Come
Ooh,
on,
it
come
says-
on.
Yeah, I see the link that popped up. And
Is it happening?
Let's do it.
hold up.
Is it finally? Are we finally back on something terribly? Yeah, I
Yep.
think it's working.
Yep, we're here.
All right. Sorry,
It's alive.
everybody. Well, it turns out that my video crystal exploded. So I lost all of my visuals. I'm on a smaller crystal right now, and we're just gonna have to do this show the old-fashioned way, which is a quick hangout. Welcome to the Magog and Medusa lame version.
Aw.
I might even
Dave.
everybody, please bear with us while I commit suicide.
By Barry?
By what?
Bear with us.
Bite bear.
By bear? Well, yes.
That seems.
I want to go out like Leonardo
Normal
DiCaprio
way
in
to
Revenant.
suicide.
Oh, poisoning the well is here.
Hey guys, what's up? They
I love
promised to come on one of my streams one time, and I really wanted to have them on. And then they were like, you know what? Fuck you, Magog. Your rings are cooler than mine. You know, that's what Sylvain said. And I was like, oh, well, I'm sorry. And he was like, fuck you. I ain't coming on your show because you got cooler
Yeah, that
rings
sounds
than
like
me."
something that would happen.
He's a jealous prick.
Aw,
I'm joking. I love it. Oh,
you
we
sound
definitely-
salty, Magog.
I know. I'm so salty right now because of what just happened. I literally going to have to rebuild things. So it's going to take a lot of magic and probably some questing and some gold. I'm going to have to spend a shit ton of gold now. Sorry about that, folks. And we may have to cancel side quest on Monday. I am so sorry, but there's literally was a
Unless
fire.
You start putting in those shekels.
Yeah, that's no, I'm not shilling for gold. I'm just telling people what's probably going to happen. I was dead in the water there. I mean, it's not a lost connection, so the magic was good. It was a hardware problem. The crystal shattered. Yep,
Crystal.
It's what
Yep.
happens when you put too much power into a crystal that can't handle it.
I know, right? Like, it totally just fucked everything. It fucked all my plans up for the evening and everything. So now I'm sad, and I don't know what to talk about because I had this whole string of thoughts, and then we went into Apollo 13 mode. You know, and it was
Hey.
Moscow, we have a problem. You know, we're getting some bangings and shimmians, and then I had to rewire the batteries from the LEM into the the module in order to survive. You know, I'm probably just as freezing cold as Kevin Bacon's penis in that.
Ooh,
So,
ooh,
yes.
low blow.
Someone said, tell us about your lesbian experiences, Medusa. Oh, that's a great stream.
Which of these is mine? Like, I don't understand. I've got two.
What are your lesbian experiences, Magog?
I have no lesbian experiences. I have no idea. They're still asking what happened. I had a hardware malfunction. My graphics crystal just exploded. I lost all my secondary monitors and everything. I mean, I'm running this thing off of a small thing now. Sorry. There was an explosion. Something happened. Something terrible happened, and now I'm going to have to cancel streaming and possibly content until I get it fixed. Sorry, everybody, but shit exploded. Yeah, I can't help that.
Exploded.
Yeah, but shit literally exploded midstream. It was just like, boom, done. The damn screen went gone. I could still hear Weibo and Medusa going, ha, 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 like little schoolgirls. And I was like, can anybody hear me? I'm flying blind here. I'm dark. I've gone dark.
Little schoolgirls? I'll have you know that I am a little schoolgirl.
Hey, little schoolgirl. Well, okay. Well, there's some things flying by quickly. We'll get to super chats in a moment. But I appreciate it. I'm sorry I could not stick around on the original stream to make fun of more people and stuff like that. So People are calling you a ginger, Weebo.
Yeah, that's an inside joke. I did a Ginger Lives Matter video where I talked about how all of the female ginger superheroes were being replaced with non-ginger superheroes in DC Comics and other comics.
Okay.
In the movie iterations. And it's been decided that I'm apparently a ginger because no one can actually tell what my real hair color is.
You're blonde. You're dirty blonde like me.
There's some contention about that. There's been some...
You're part ginger. You're a quarter ginger. You have strawberry blonde hair.
That's the idea, I guess.
Yes. And I've also heard a rumor that you have 3 nipples, but we're not going to go there. You're not the man with the golden gun.
I've not heard that rumor. I've heard the rumor that I'm a trap, but that's that's an old meme now.
Okay, I thought you're so young. I thought you would get the inside joke. It's often told that witches have a 3rd nipple that they feed their familiars with. I called you a witch earlier for crashing my stream and cursing me.
I didn't curse you. I'm not a witch. I haven't been called a witch since middle school.
Yes, that was like 6 months ago. We're all proud of you.
Oh, thanks.
But I would like to thank Andy Wolski for sending people over to watch my show, and then it crashed. So I guess the Andy Wolski bump crashed my fucking computers.
Thanks, Andy Worski. If you were really, in fact, the real Andy Worski.
Yes. That was good timing. I finally get a shout out from the man, and he's like, "Oh, Magog's such a great guy. Everybody go watch his show." And everybody pops over. What's this about? And all of a sudden, it's like, well, it's about nothing. Apparently, it's about nothing because there's just a blank screen.
Oh,
it's okay. We're back.
Is he also responsible for all the mean comments from that one guy who was paying me to be mean?
Yeah, probably.
Emma Quays gave $5 in my Streamlabs cash for new video. Crystal, love you, darling. Have a lovely evening. I'll just be chilling in the cardboard box with all the other homeless whores. Ooh. You do that, girl. She knows her place, at least. But anyway, the whole purpose of this stream was to get everybody over to the new stream channel. The link is in the description. We're going to be shifting all live shows over to the live stream channel slowly over time. And I was hoping to simulcast out on both until the time came that everybody kind of knew about it and moved over there. But then this all happened, and it's pure chaos now, and I don't even know what to talk about. I'm sorry. Let me load the super chats so we don't get too far behind on those. You two lovely ladies entertain our audience with, I don't know, boob play, whatever you girls are into.
Well, I do have articles and stuff that I can talk about.
Yes, talk about something. Yes. Give everybody some entertainment, and then we will go from there. How about that?
Right. Well, we were talking about rape earlier, so I was gonna mention that apparently Lena Dunham is defending one of her writers for Girls that was accused of rape. Recently.
I don't care what that fat slut has to say. What?
I know. Well, she can't be a slut if nobody fucks her.
Yeah.
No, she can totally be a slut. An oxymoron. No, she can totally be a slut. She's just a failure at it.
Ooh. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That was me, even for me.
A little bit, but it's okay.
Oh.
She's the one that openly talked about molesting her sister, so I think it's a joke.
Yeah, didn't she write a book about it? I'm sorry.
She just wrote all about that.
That's the kind of family drama that I don't want in my life. That's like Star Wars level shenanigans, but
that's funny.
Yeah. I don't know what exactly he was accused of, but I mean, there's so many accusations coming up now. I don't even know why do people I don't know what it is with women. They're like, hey, this person talked about this shit, so I'm gonna talk about this shit that happened like 20 years ago or whatever. It's like, why didn't, like, what? I don't understand what, like, the confidence boost comes from. That's what I don't understand.
Yeah, I don't. I wasn't
Because for
listening.
me, it's like I am open with everybody about stuff like that, but then
Because Medusa's a
other
woman,
women,
Magog.
it's like, oh, I'm not gonna fucking talk about it. But now that this woman talked about it, I guess I'm gonna talk about it. Like,
It's a hive mind. It's this idea of, well, if they're believing this person, then they gotta believe me too. It just takes like that one person to take that one step in the direction of opening up for everyone else to do it, I guess.
Right. Well, there is this kind of like hop on the bandwagon thing when it comes to media.
Yeah, that too.
And I don't think it's necessarily a hive mind as much as it is people just wanting to jump on the most popular trend at the time. And once somebody steps forward with something like that, and then another, and it starts a trend, then you get everybody coming out of the woodwork. I've just been accused of raping somebody back in 1890 behind a man named Arby. And I don't know how we didn't wake Mr. Arby up, or how we didn't bother him if he was standing on the street. I certainly don't remember that. And I'm not going to apologize for it because it was probably a hooker and she's dead now because it was 1890. Ooh. So, but I don't know. I mean, I don't typically do anything like that. And if I did, I certainly wouldn't pay a large fat man named Arby to hide the incident.
Would he be able to, though? I mean, like, since you're a wizard, wouldn't that make, like, a big power surge of some sort somewhere? I don't know how wizard powers work. I'm not a witch.
Just because I have magical abilities does not mean that I shoot lightning or fire out of my dick when I come. Okay? It's just normal semen. Okay?
well, why not?
Okay?
Is that a racial stereotype? Am I being insensitive?
It does have the ability to make children, so in that way, I guess it's magical.
Oh, yeah. True. You don't even use it, like, ever during sex or in any intimate situation.
What, magic? Of
I
course
feel like that would definitely be #1 on my list.
Magic fingers.
Oh,
what?
Yeah.
Oh.
Y'all are ganging up on me now. It's like Ladies' Night 2.0. It's happening again. You're being mean to me because of my inadequate magical abilities to keep the stream going. Now we've had to reboot
it. So you're saying that your dick does not have magical properties?
My balls do. All 3 of them.
Oh, so it's like the witch with the boob.
Let's get to some super chats. J Devil says, use this $5 and buy a tech guy. Good idea. I'm going to enslave a tech guy. Sir Kex gives $5 and says, why is Weibo the ginger on your stream? End the stream now and rid the world of corrupt ginger genes.
Gingers are not.
We've already established. I'm sorry. Caleb Bohr. You should have just... It's so close to Bourne. I about called him Jason Bourne. It's okay, Magog. I'm high as fuck, too. White Slave gave Australian $2. Magog, can you use make app for all to see?
Make app, the thing that takes all your makeup off your face and shows the world your true face.
Okay, I don't know how to do that.
Just download the app, take a picture of your face.
Vladimir Dragonov says, me thinks you need to search for a new crystal because this one seems to be running out of power. Yes, very much so. White Slave again. I looked at Medusa and turned hard as stone. We haven't heard that one before.
No, that is very original.
Busnut33 gave $50 and says, my only request is to see Medusa give us the tongue between the fingers pussy lick gesture for 10 seconds. Then I can die happy.
Well, okay, I can do that, but the problem is that I'm going to have to make noise the entire time.
No. Me and Weibo will stay quiet. So go ahead and talk for a minute, and when it switches to you, do the
Oh
thing.
boy.
Oh Jesus. Okay. 10 seconds. I don't know if I can count.
I'll tell you when you're
correctly,
done. I'll tell you when you're done.
How about I double fist? Blah. Wait. I had to stop laughing. Oh, okay. Sorry. I never do this normally, so it's even funnier. I just gotta not look at myself.
now,
really
check your
good
gag
at
reflexes.
clicking
What?
Oh yeah.
She used the fist. Now I know what she gets up to. She
mean,
could
I
have been like,
can't
as a joke. No, she was like,
What a way to stream, guys.
Nicholas Dacre says, "Hey everyone, glad
It
to
was
see
for
the stream back up."
$50. I gotta give the people what they want.
Yes. Nicholas Dacre says, "Hey everyone, glad to see the stream back up." Vladimir Dragonov says, "Magog, you go on the drunken peasants. I am, I have to talk to TJ and stuff. As I said before, the last stream died. Glad to see Medusa back and well. Trump Magog 2020. I don't think Mr. Trump would like to see me as his vice president. I don't think that would. I don't think that'd go over too well because I'd be the one grabbing him by the pussy all the fucking time. He'd be up there. They'd be like, "We've got a new plan for the economy. It's going to be huge. It's going to be Magog giving a speech. Let her go." And who's that guy?
Maybe
Arby? Okay. Adindra Whitehall says, "For the Magog throat surgery fund." I don't know what you're fucking talking about. I have no idea what that even fucking means. I do cancer.
surgery to get the big cock out of your throat.
Okay, I've had enough of you, Medusa. Okay? You and Weibo just come on the stream and make fun of me constantly. Team up on me. It's like 4 tits. You know?
That was a compliment. Okay,
It's like 4
that was a
tits.
compliment. It was
Making
very
There would be no
admirable
fun if
to
we
fake
didn't double
cocks
team.
down your throat.
Okay, love of all things holy. Ugh. Let's go back to the regular chat. Everybody's having fun. I have a question, Lord Magog. Do you watch Vor? Well, I don't
Isn't
know.
that violence and gore?
I have no idea what Vor is. Do you
That's
mean?
when people eat each other
Ugh.
or like swallow each other whole.
Okay.
Or creatures swallow them whole.
Oh, so like when Ka is eating Mowgli. Gotcha.
Well,
That's funny.
God, you're like a little girl.
I watched some weird shit.
We're gonna have to eventually end this stream so Weibo Jones can go back to selling cookies door to door.
That would be kind of adorable. I'd buy cookies.
For me? Ooh, I should
Hell
sell
yeah.
cookies. I should sell Girl Scout cookies. Except I was never a Girl Scout.
But whatever you want in them, I'll buy them.
Alright, I'll sell cookies.
There's something
yeah.
very strange going on because I'm getting in these super chats on the chat, but they're not coming in on the. I fucking hate everything. I'm not gonna lie. I just fucking hate everything.
Aw, Doug is going through his awkward emo teenage phase again.
Now there it goes. And Magog go on the. As I said before in the last stream, Dad. Yes. For the Magog throat surgery fund. These chicks hate you, says Pete Ard. You couldn't get laid in a socialist whorehouse. Nobody can get laid in a socialist whorehouse. Thank you again for more money. He obviously believes in capitalism.
Just a little bit.
Hey Dude 77 says Weibo Medusa 2020. Now that would be the interesting because they would be grabbing dicks.
Oh,
Hell yeah. Dildos for everyone.
yes.
I would just love to see. Here comes President Medusa with her Vice President Weibo Jones coming up to the stage to accept this honorable victory. Here she comes to give a speech, and she just good gamed a guy, but that's okay. He seemed to enjoy it, and she just slapped the tip of one of her advisors. Just the tip. He just winced a little and then laughed it off. He just winced a little and then laughed a little. We're gonna drop the balloons from the ceiling now before she goes into full cock punch mode.
No. The cocks. I would love the cocks.
A white slave says, "Is Medusa interested in a position as a wet nurse?" Well, if the world goes to shit.
I responded by saying, first of all, no, because I don't want. Well, I don't know. I thought he meant babies at first, so I said I don't want babies sucking on my tits, and I was like, I don't produce milk, so that would be very contradictory. Nothing would happen. But I guess he meant adult.
Am I even reading the right chat, or is everybody still kind of? People are typing ones. Like, what am I missing here? If I even got the right thing open?
You are so far up.
You've been reading, yeah, possibly.
Maybe that's what's wrong. I'm like, okay, I looked at Medusa turned hard as stone. We read that one already. I have no idea what's going on. Everybody help me out.
Okay.
If you guys see super chats, read them, because I'm having even more technical difficulties on the smaller crystal than I was with the big one.
Okay, so Magog, what you're going to do in order to fix this is you're going to need at least one virgin to sacrifice. And then you need some moonstone, a shit ton of salt, kosher if you got it, but the sea salt, if you know, it's also available. Olive oil, you know, you'd think it would be coconut oil, but no, it's olive oil. And taco sauce. That's the important bit, because it adds a little bit of flavor to the whole mixture.
So you're going to eat the bird?
Yes.
I'm sorry. I was paying attention to the chat because you got into cooking or something womanly, and I just phased out.
She was talking about virgins, though.
So, nobody wants virgin. Okay, like, you want a virgin, like, once in your life, and then after that, you're like, I need a pro.
Well, yeah. I mean, it depends on if you want, like, if you want someone to be mutually enthusiastic, or if you just want to fuck a bitch.
you know, like,
you usually find a good virgin at like your Hobby Lobby or something.
Hobby Lobby. Jesus.
Yeah, they just stack them up, you know, in the back aisle. You gotta ask someone.
Oh, that's insane. I just want to fuck a bitch, says AP the Frog. Cool.
We all just want to.
Black Wolf 18C says, I'll take your virgins. I like to see them cry.
Oh, yeah.
You might want to go talk to somebody.
Calm down there, Jeffrey Dahmer.
Pete Odds gives another $2 and says, what's weaker, your character or your guest?
Ooh.
Bitch, I'm powerful as fuck. I am radiating with power right now.
That whole thing.
Yes. I honestly, to answer that question fairly, I would say my character. Because, you know, honestly, I am much too busy to get in the full suit of armor and do all that. I'm pretty lazy. I just threw on a robe, you know. I just do these live streams in a robe. I'm like, whatever. I have to be comfortable.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Nicholas Decker says, praise Keck and Magog, everyone, or get cursed by him. Yes, there's that too. So anyway, what were we talking about anyway? We were talking about false rape accusations and Lena Dunham, and honestly, I don't remember anything else.
Well, there's a couple other ones I found, like this fucking, I actually don't know what this guy does, but there's this bitch complaining that she's a feminist and she wrote a book on rape culture and she wants Al Franken to step down. Yeah.
Yes, the senator.
Yeah. Because following allegations that he forced his tongue down a woman's throat, and a photo of him grinning as he moves in to grope her breast while she sleeps. That's interesting.
You know what's really strange is that you never hear about people who are incredibly handsome. You know, like Alfred. Have you seen Alfred?
Yeah, I was looking at a picture.
You know, if he had been Brad Pitt, there would have been no story. Because they would have been like, Brad Pitt shoved his tongue down a poor girl's throat, and she loved it, and there are no complaints, and most women are jealous.
Yeah.
Yeah. He'd be like, Channing Tatum shoved his dick in a girl's face repeatedly, and he got a medal.
The Silver Cross of public masturbation.
Some people die heroes, and some people live long enough to become the villain.
Right. Vladimir Dragunov says, dumb question, but what reinforcements to plan on bringing when conquer us? Me and my Magogite regiment getting overwhelmed by the SJWs and Tumblerinas. First off, don't go into battle that drunk. You know, because they're gonna get offended at your inability to pay attention to them and take them seriously. You'll just be laughing the entire time you're at battle with them, and they'll get very, very angry. So I wouldn't get super drunk. You want to be taking somewhat seriously. I'm joking. Get super drunk. There's only one way to deal with SJWs and Tumblerinas, and that is to get incredibly fucking wasted.
Can confirm.
I wish I was wasted right now.
You're not old enough to drink. She's probably eating like the Girl Scout cookies that are made with a little rum in the little rum cookies. So high like right now. Who doesn't? My dick is doing the Captain Morgan pose right now.
This guy really wants you to look up Vor. Yeah, I mean, you've seen it before, right? I'm guessing? Or you've heard of it?
Who?
It's not that interesting.
Who?
Vor.
Who?
The weird porn. I've seen weirder stuff.
Sassy Shelly.
I've seen a horse fuck a girl all the way through her body.
I have a body that hurts.
So
well, okay, it was a girl, but you know what I mean.
Well, wait, that is physically impossible. She would be dead. She would have internal bleeding.
Yeah, that's the point.
Yeah, no, she lives afterwards in the
what?
Video. It was animated, so it was fake.
Sir Keck says Magog and white YouTuber raped and murdered a girl behind an Arby's in 1990. I don't know anybody named Arby. I don't know Arby's.
Would you tell us if you did?
No. Vladimir Dragunov says, breaking up, they out Crystal using calm spell fighting last bullet.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Am I breaking up again? Is the stream dying again? Are we having more troubles? Is that what's happening?
I can hear you perfectly.
Yes, but you're on the Hangouts with us.
Oh, my bad.
What about
you want me to check?
Yeah, the watch link is what it could be fucking up. You'll have to look at the video. Puss looked like Arby's. Oh, that's wrong. That's wrong. Arby's 1990. Who started this? Who started this 1990 rumor? This Arby's.
Someone said it wasn't an Arby's. Someone said it wasn't an Arby's. It was an A&W.
Oh, fuck.
Reverend Satan, I thought the only way to deal with SJWs and Tumblerinas were flamethrowers and gallons of napalm.
Isn't that the same thing?
I honestly would not.
Don't flamethrowers shoot out napalm?
No, that's just fire and gas. No, napalm is an actual chemical that sticks to you, and then when you try to wipe it off, your skin comes off.
Oh.
Use a dildo bat.
Yes, it's very nasty. At least that's what I know from watching We Were Soldiers.
Mm.
I love that scene. Mel Gibson turns around and he's looking, and they're like overwhelmed by the Viet Cong, and then he just goes, "Sergeant, broken arrow, broken arrow." And then the planes come in and drop the napalm.
Oh shit.
Yeah, Magog.
Someone said the stream's working fine, so.
Agent Orange is fun. I love the smell of Agent Orange. It's a very sweet smell, actually.
I do not know what that is.
I think they should honestly, like, if I were to start a company in your world, like if I could cross the veil and come to your world, I would start a business and I would do air fresheners for vehicles and home air fresheners, but I would name them the most horrible shit ever. So instead of like sweet vanilla sundae, you would get like Agent Orange little gook head. And oh god, that was bad.
Fantastic.
Yes, you would get fun things like you would get all kinds of stuff. You'd get Riley Dennis's Adam's apple, and it'd be an apple flavored. It'd be an apple flavored aroma.
So instead of like black licorice, you'd get like the decaying bodies of thine enemies.
Yes, yes, the blood of thine enemies. Why are you saying "oh no," Medusa?
I don't know. I hate black licorice. That's why I said "oh no."
That's why I said the decaying bodies of thine enemies.
I like regular red licorice.
Yes. Did you guys know that there was a flower that actually smells like dead corpses? Actually, there's a couple of them.
Oh yeah, I've heard of it.
The carnivore flowers. They're corpse flowers. Yes, they're cool. There's something called the vampire lily, and it's a lily, and it's a beautiful flower, crimson red, looks like blood, and it's a beautiful flower, but nobody has one in their conservatory because it smells like a dead body.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yes.
It's pretty though.
Busnut33 says racist. It was a poorly delivered joke, I will admit, but a joke nonetheless. I have absolutely nothing against Asian peoples of the Vietnamese or Korean persuasion necessarily. Speaking of that, have you guys seen a picture of Kim Jong-un's sister? She should be running that country. She is hotter than hell. Oh man, she's built like a brick shithouse. She's pretty cute. She's like a little Asian.
Is she anything like the chick from the interview?
I don't know. All I know is that for some reason, communist uniforms are kind of sexy on Asian chicks. I don't know what it is. That should be a new porn genre.
Well, she's
I'm just saying, I'm throwing it out there.
Have you seen the interview?
I have not, because I can't stand Seth Rogen. I really can't stand. I can't stand his voice. I can't stand his face. I can't watch Seth Rogen. He's just one of those very few actors. I couldn't even watch that Sausage Party movie because of his voice. Great
I watched it.
I can't stand it.
You gotta stick around for the ending scene though, because that's where all the fun's at.
Oh yeah.
I have seen the clips of it, but I couldn't watch it all the way through. I'm sorry. But yes, I saw the giant orgy scenes and stuff with the food flying into each other and fucking getting all up in the buns. But don't get me wrong. There are very few actors like that, and Seth Rogen's just one of them. I have not liked him since I saw him as the bully in Donnie Darko. Way before he was famous, he was he was one of the bullies in class.
Oh yeah,
Donnie Darko. Yeah,
I remember.
And I still see it. I still see that. Every time I see him, I just see that one performance, and I'm like, fuck this douchebag. I don't know why. He's just one of the very few actors I just can't stand to watch at all.
Ruined forever.
Yeah, just ruined forever.
The only thing that I saw that was really cringy of his I made a video about it. The fucking Bud Light commercial he did with fucking Amy Schumer. That made me want to kill myself.
Oh yeah. I had the.
I know what that one was.
Yeah, I've seen that too, and that was pretty bad.
So awful.
Yep.
But fucking, women aren't paid the same as men, and that's a problem or some shit. I don't even remember, but it was so bad. I was just like,
Oh,
Beth, I'm going to fucking murder you.
Yeah,
I drank a bunch of vodka and talked about how shitty they were. So I'm like on the fence with him.
Yep, yeah, I hated that commercial. I really wanted somebody to take that commercial and superimpose Shoe on Head standing in the back, just hitting her wage gap button. Just
Yes.
oh my gosh. Yes.
Shoe would be a great guest for Ladies' Night if I can get the fucking crystals working right.
Oh yeah, that'd be awesome.
She'll never come on my show, ever.
Right on the way.
Pete Odd has given yet another $5 to say Magog's mom's basement smells like depression and dehumidifier.
What is that? What?
That's oddly specific, but all right.
Depression and why would a dehumidifier have a smell? Is it because of all the water going through it?
Yeah, it's the water.
Does the water sit inside of it and get rank or something? I'm trying to figure out the logistics of this insult.
Or maybe they're talking about the kind of dehumidifiers that like put the vapor out so you can breathe it in or whatever. I don't know.
That's a humidifier. A dehumidifier draws the Oh, for the love of God, Medusa, just go back to being a blonde.
I'm sorry, I don't know the difference between humidifying and dehumidifying.
I've always wanted to buy a humidifier and a dehumidifier and put them in the same room and have them duke it out.
Who would win?
I wonder if there's a YouTube video like that. I bet someone is that bored.
The Cascadian says crystal meth, most powerful crystals.
Oh.
Yeah,
I'll take your word for it.
Oh, use that for your your streams.
Oh, don't act like you've never had crystal meth, Weebo Jones.
I apparently am old enough to sell Girl Scout cookies, Magog, so I wouldn't know anything about that.
Hey, you might put meth in those cookies. You never know.
Meth is already illegal, so it doesn't matter what age you get hooked on it. And I'm assuming you have an asshole you like to put things up. So, you know, I just assumed meth. You probably deliver it. She has condoms full of drugs in her anus right now. Could you ever imagine being a drug courier?
Oh,
like
no.
I would, you know, like you have the condoms full of drugs up your ass, right? But is it one of those situations where you're on the airplane going, I hope one of them breaks open so I can just be fucking high as fuck right now? Or are you really nervous about breaking them open because the people might not like it and they might kill you, you know?
Yeah.
It's a conundrum. It's what keeps me up at night. It's those questions, you know?
I bet. Sound like really intense questions.
TK Mouse says, today I was handed a left Twix on the train. I threw it down, disgusted, and proclaimed right power. A white slave says, if there's a ladies' night, will the drinks be cheaper? Well, of course. We want them good and drunk.
Yeah, duh.
I actually heard that excuse. I actually heard a feminist say that they're against ladies' nights. Not because, you know, I mean, obviously a lot of feminists want special treatment for women in order to balance out the equation or whatever have you. But they're actually against ladies' nights because they think it's just a ploy for men to offer cheap drinks to get them drunk and take advantage and rape them.
You know, I think I've heard that too.
Yeah. Schumer sucked her cousin's political cock to get famous. Seth Rogen's just a putz, and they both need to be put out of my misery. That was from Reverend Satan. And if it angers Satan and his reverend and flock, then it probably is true. And Pete Art said, what's the link to these chicks' porn site? Well, he wants to be insulting, but he doesn't realize that Modern Medusa has a Pornhub account.
Yeah, Pornhub. Look on Madam Medusa. Like Pornhub.com/users/.
He's like, I'm so gonna insult these chicks by implying they do porn. Oh, they do porn.
I've looked up weeb porn before, and I'm not there for some reason. I don't get it.
Yes, Weebo Jones isn't old enough to do porn. Leave her be. Say what?
Sorry, I said I've had a few people draw sexy drawings of me.
You have sexy drawings you've drawn of yourself. I've seen that one with all the tentacles.
Yeah, that's that too.
Well,
More on my Patreon.
Was that the Omegon one?
Well, every tentacle is Omegon now. He just cornered that market. He really has. So anyway, we only usually go for an hour. But we had the big interruption that probably took an extra 10, 15 minutes for us to reboot. So do you guys want to hang out for another 10 minutes and just interact with the chat, or do you want to bring this to an end?
Yeah, 10 minutes is fine.
Yes, I'm gonna cry afterwards anyway, regardless, because my very expensive and costly magic crystal exploded, and that makes me sad. Yes. Once again, I will let everybody know in a video or a tweet or whatever about SideQuest. Might not be able to do it with what just happened. I'm sorry. That's not 100%. If I can get it fixed and the magic working again.
Pray to Satan that it will be fixed.
Yes. Pray. Let's bleed for the Dark One. Everybody do a blood sacrifice tonight. And I hope that Satan himself gives me a new video crystal because, that just happened.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
There's one thing I wanted to say.
Okay.
That I remembered. Because we were talking about, rape and drinking and stuff. And when it comes to preventing rape or whatever, like some feminists are against stuff like carrying pepper spray and tasers and guns and whatever to protect yourself, and some are even against like the fucking like nail polish or whatever where you put your finger in the stuff and if it turns black then your drink is drugged. Like that shit's helpful as fuck, but some feminists are against it. But in my opinion, I thought of this the other day. And I don't know why everybody doesn't just do this. But ladies, if you feel like you might be raped, or if you're being raped, or even men, either or, you can just you could always shit yourself. If you have the capacity, you could totally shit your pants. And 9 times out of 10, I'm guessing they will fuck off. Unless they're into that. But that was something I thought of the other day, and I was like, that's probably the first thing I'm going to do if I don't have the upper hand with the weapon.
Okay.
And there you go.
You know what? That is a PSA announcement from Modern Medusa. Thank you so much, everybody. Just remember to shit yourself if you ever feel threatened.
Don't forget to shit.
Just shit yourself if you ever feel threatened. You know what's wrong with that? You're still going to go through a traumatic experience, because then you got to sit in the police station and they'll be like, did he rape you? Did we need to do a rape kit? No, he didn't get to that part. What happened? I shit myself. It's really embarrassing. Do you have a change of clothes? You know what? It's not a terrible idea. They even say that in some rape manuals where you should try to pee or shit.
Yeah, I've heard that.
But at the same time, I think it would be better if you just shot somebody.
Yeah,
I mean, for all part. In fact, I think it's even better if you shoot the rapist and then shit on him.
Yes, perfect.
So
shit right in the wound hole.
Just shit down the bullet hole. Like you like that? Lay a nice brown log to plug the wound. Maybe he'll survive.
Yeah. You want to give him a fighting chance. You just want to disable his ability to attack you.
You know what they do in Africa? There's certain African nations, because rape is so prominent because of warring tribes and stuff that. They invented this thing that is inserted into. It's like a hollow dildo, right? And the women wear it inside their vaginas, and it's got fucking teeth inside of it, like shark's teeth. It's curved inward. So once the guy puts it in, it's barbed inward. So once the guy puts his dick into that thing, they can't pull it out without ripping off skin and blood vessels and shit.
I don't even.
Yeah, they gotta go to the hospital. They gotta take them off.
Yeah, it's fucking brutal. It's fucking brutal. But the downside with that is if it's like a mass tribe attacking another mass tribe's village and they're running through killing all the men and rounding up all the women probably only have one of those. So the first guy goes, oh my God, and pulls out, and the other 20 guys are like, well, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, what's she going to do? Be like, hold on, fellas, I got like 20 more. Let me put another one in. I'm like, you know.
Oh my God. Oh my
God. Okay. Gabriel Lopez says, I once had anal with a Chinese chick with diarrhea. Came twice as hard. Great advice nonetheless, Medusa. You sick fuck.
Thanks. I tried. Like I said, not some people might be into it, but most people have an aversion.
Now I'm gonna get nothing but German watchers because they're gonna be like Scheiße, you know. They love that Scheiße porn in Germany. They do. Vladimir Dragonov, I'm sure the nearby village has a crystal. Yeah, not this kind of crystal. You know, I had to use great magical abilities, and I had to, you know, there was a magic spell that I found in an ancient tome, and it took, what am I doing? I had to buy one. It was from Amazon. I'm joking. Oh shit. Anyway, yeah, I totally screwed the pooch tonight, guys. I apologize for all the technical difficulties. To all my super chatters, thank you so much for donating to the show. Thank you, Weibo Jones and Modern Medusa, for putting up with all the shit tonight. I mean, it kept on just one thing after another.
Along for the ride. Fine.
Yeah, that.
Hopefully, we'll have another one very, very soon.
Well, you know, I also, I also feel like there's a good chance that I can get it fixed before Monday. So I don't want to make that 100% guarantee we can't do side quests, but everybody's going to have to bear with me. And I'll make an announcement. Okay. Any last words? We'll throw it to Medusa first. Go.
Oh, well.
Shit yourself.
Okay. Subscribe and stuff to me and Magog and Magog's new channel, because it's gonna have me on it and stuff. And other good live streams of magic sorts.
The Shadow Cat says, we remember 1990. Hashtag 1990 at Arby. Okay. I'm going to have to fucking kill somebody. Who started this? I'm going to have to kill. You know what? Andy, I'm coming for you. Because I know this is you.
Who's Andy?
Yeah, it's had to be Andy. Because I think Arby's is just code for Andy.
Go rape and pillage his village.
I really wish we could do some really dynamic things between channels on YouTube. I wish they had things like it's more like a game. Like you upload content, you do live streams, but you also have to maintain a little village, and other YouTubers can come in and fuck your shit up.
That's what live streams are for, man.
Oh, that's funny. Fallen by gravity, which is pretty typical for gravity. Was society always this rape-induced, or is the media just blowing things out of proportion? Whatever gods once were have long forsaken this place. That is very true. And I would have to actually kind of agree with that before we go. I feel like there is obviously all the statistics show that your kingdom, the United States, is the safest place to live in the world. I mean, you're literally the lowest crime rate you've ever had since the 1990s. As far as the most diverse country in all the world. You definitely are number one with the most diverse with the least amount of racism, which is only like 4.5% according to most studies of racism. I mean, obviously there's rape, obviously there's murder and theft and all kinds of other things. There's gangs and drugs and all these horrible things. But for the most part, I feel like it's just a lot of just clickbait titles to get the views and get the news on. They just want you to watch how all these horrible stories. But in reality, most people are rather safe in their lives until they grow old, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could be wrong, though, because I live in a kingdom that has rape almost, you know, somebody's being raped right now.
Oh, I can hear them getting raped in the distance.
It's behind a man named Arby.
Scream.
Weebo, any last words, darling?
Counter PSA, don't shit your pants. Always carry a knife on you.
Yeah.
Solid advice.
Knife or gun and/or taser first.
Or a flail?
I'm getting my first gun for my birthday this year. So.
Are you? Oh,
You know
how
what?
exciting.
I'm getting my first gun for my birthday this year.
I want one of those.
Yes, Cascadian brings up a good point. Seriously, it is bad in major cities, Chicago and Detroit. That is true, major cities. But major cities all around the world have worse crime than any other, you know, in the surrounding regions, period. That has very little to do with what country you live in. That just has everything to do with large amounts of people living in a small, packed-in area.
Yeah,
I mean,
you have to
gonna
look at it overall completely.
Yeah, there's literally always going to be that. Major cities are always going to have more crime. But at the same time, Chicago and Detroit are particularly bad. I mean, for your kingdom because of just, you know, absolute governmental corruption, police corruption, you know, gangland affiliates and all kinds
Don't
of
even
stuff.
get me started on Illinois.
That's why I never understood why all the superhero stuff takes place in New York. Why doesn't Spider-Man spend a weekend in why does Spider-Man and Daredevil and Punisher spend a weekend in Chicago? You know?
Exactly.
They need some fucking help over there in Chicago, god damn it.
Well, actually, isn't Gotham supposed to be representative of Chicago in a sense?
No, Gotham's just old New York.
Oh.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
You know,
okay.
It's the boroughs. New York is, you know, Manhattan, the upper class side with all the big skyscrapers and everything is technically like the metropolis area because of all the business and everything. But Gotham is just the old New York. It's the boroughs and the older architecture from the Art Deco, you know, Goth period, you know, that kind of blending of Art Deco and Goth structures. The Chrysler Building is an example of Art Deco, Gotham type of architecture.
So what does that make Bloodhaven, though?
I don't fucking know. I just made all that up. I don't live in your world. I've never been to New York City. I was just being entertaining. I didn't know somebody would go further with it. I thought I could fool everyone and end the stream. But Weebo had to call me out.
Okay, I'll stop being a bitch.
I have a challenge for Magog. Eat a single uncooked kidney bean. I will eat a single uncooked kidney with a nice Chianti and some fava beans.
Now you're making me hungry.
You gotta do the thing now. There we go.
I ate his liver with some fava beans and a nice Chianti.
Chianti.
I love that movie. Would you fuck
Good
me?
movie.
I'd fuck me. They should do the fucking Buffalo Bill. Magog took sloppy seconds in 1990. This is never going away.
No, it's not.
Apparently, someone said that AP and Ghastly started that.
Of course
So
they
I
did.
guess
Of course they
they're
did.
the culprits.
Anyway, everybody, we're going to go ahead and end it here. Thank you so much, Weebo Jones, for coming by as our guest. It's lovely as always. Do come back, darling.
I will.
Yes, thank you so much. And enjoy what little school you have before the break. You know.
I will.
I know there's some time coming up. Medusa, as always. What? You're talking again, woman. What'd you say?
I said I gotta finish my schoolwork too, damn it.
She was whispering that. She's like, I just gotta go to school. Oh, man. Anyway, everybody, thanks for dropping by. Thank you for watching. And if I get everything fixed, we'll see you on Side Quest Monday night, 7 p.m. Central. And I guess we'll end it with everybody's favorite thing. Ass rape!